Okay, welcome to Shane's Main Shop again. I'm just doing an update to the woodshop setup. So as you can see, I have been working on my dust collecting system, and it's a little dark in here because I'm not really doing anything here, but you can see I have my dust deputy hooked up to a 55-gallon Rubbermaid trash can, which really can't handle. It's got a vacuum on the other side, and the barrel actually caves in a little bit when I turn it on, even if I have a couple valves open. And if I have a couple valves open, I lose my suction, so it doesn't squeeze in all the way. What I might do is cut a plywood disc with several big holes drilled in it and slide it halfway down the barrel so it's a snug fit, help hold it from sucking in. But maybe I'll show that in a future video. But as you can see, it makes the corner here. Eventually, it'll go right through the wall there, and the unit will sit on the other side of the wall, so it'll be quieter in here. And I got the first pickup, which will be for the scroll saw and the drill press, and we'll talk about the drill press being in that spot in just a second. Then I have another drop right here that I just got down to the floor just as an experiment, so when I'm sweeping the floor, I can just sweep it right over to that, and I'll probably build a little wider little shroud there that I can sweep into. So I already played around with that. It actually works pretty darn good, so it makes easier to sweep your floor up. And then it continues on, makes the corner, and it has a pickup for the lathe, so that'll take care of any dust from there, or most of it anyway. Going down the line, it picks up the bandsaw and then finishes off down here at the little tabletop belt sander, which we know produces a lot of dust. Actually, these two units here produce probably the most dust. So that's actually takes care of the dust on this side. I'm still haven't done much of the dust control on the other side too much yet. I'll show you that just so you can see. I have it slid in behind here for the moment, which that will be in the other room as well. But I've been using it to pick up the table saw for now, and the chop saw and miter saw station. But eventually there'll be a pipe going down this wall to pick up those tools. So back to the bandsaw and where it is now. As you can see, it is still on that table that it was on, but in a previous video I showed you the bandsaw and the drill press on that table. And I was hoping it would work out. You know, it was definitely a space saver, and that was all well and good. However, if you watched my video I made a week or so ago, cutting out just a simple push stick for the table saw, playing around, I had to back all the way back up. And of course, I could have avoided that just by turning the whole table like I had designed out, and I could have finished the cut right through. But I noticed right off the bat I was not going to like that idea because I use the bandsaw a lot. So I decided to get rid of that setup and turn it around like this. So you can see I have it on this end of the bench now. And I'm going to get a smaller belt so it can be closer to the wall so I don't have to push the motor back so far. And then at this end I put the sander. Now I don't use this sander very much for long stuff. If I have to, I can roll the table out for that, but I almost never use that for long stuff. It's usually just small little parts. So sitting at the angle it is now will not be a problem 99.9% of the time. And of course the bandsaw sitting like this, now I have the full run of the room here all the time without having to move the table at all. So that's an update on that. So it might work for somebody, and it would have worked for me if I wasn't really using it a lot, but if I have to pull that out every time, I just decided that was not going to work for me. So that little sander came from over here, and right where the table saw is.
That's not a table saw.
You can not table saw, the drill press. And sorry, that light is really bright, so it's kind of messing up everything here. If I turn that like that, it won't be so bad. So that drill press actually is going to come over to the edge of that table here, and it gives me still the whole run of this wall, and that table is on wheels as well, which there's probably 8 feet when the table's over, when the drill press is over here. It's going to be almost 8 feet to the end, 7 feet. So that will handle, again, 99.9% of anything I put on the drill press. So I'll almost never ever have to move that table to use the drill. So that was a change. I think I'm going to like it, and we'll just see how it works going forward. But I knew right away the bandsaw was not going to work the way it was. So that's a quick update on those two. Then you can see, you probably saw briefly a minute ago, that I have my planer, the one I use a lot or the most, up on top of this little bench, and I have a second one underneath here. I'm going to actually modify this bench a little bit so I can access that planer a little more than I can now, so I can use both of these right on that bench. Now again, I don't use these daily, so they're on wheels. That thing rolls really nice, so I can pull it out here whenever I want to do longer stuff, or anytime I want to use it, and I can plug it right into the dust control when I'm using it. So anyway, that's a quick update. As you can see, nothing else is much changed in here. I have probably got a little bit more wood in here, as far as up high. There's a little bit more, maybe not too much. I did put a couple more brackets up, and I got more to go. But other than that, not a lot of changes for this week, other than those things we just mentioned. So anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you swinging by and checking out my woodshop setup, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thanks again, and have a great day.